as millions of Russians head to the polls for regional elections to be concluded on September 10. There is little doubt that President Vladimir Putin's party, United Russia, will win the overwhelming majority, but tightly controlled vote will still be interpreted as a test of confidence for beleaguered dictator, who survived biggest challenge to his 23-year rule during Wagner rebellion in late June. Pressure has been mounting on Kremlin since large-scale invasion Ukraine, which not only caused deaths of thousands Russian soldiers but also devastated Russian economy. The war in Ukraine is increasingly drawing closer to Russia, including Moscow, with at least 190 suspected drone attacks on Russia and Russian-occupied Crimea in recent years, and especially following Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The country's remaining opposition figures have been largely intimidated, exiled or imprisoned. Critical media were either shut down by the Kremlin, and human rights organizations were disbanded. There will probably be no surprises when United Russia lost 4 gubernatorial races in the final round of the 2018 local elections. Still, the vote remains an important moment for both Putin, who hopes to strengthen his legitimacy within Russia, and the Russian opposition, which hopes to maintain its last foothold in Russian politics. The Kremlin is very worried about the results of these elections, says Regina Smyth, an Indiana University professor whose research focuses on Russia. The elections will be held in about half of Russia, as well as in 4 occupied Ukrainian regions: Donetsk, Luhansk, Kherson and Zaporizhia, and Russia's annexed Crimea. More than 4,000 competitions are being held for various positions in the State Duma, the lower house of Russia's parliament, including governors, mayors and deputies. Since Putin became president in 2000, he has increasingly turned the electoral odds in his favor. Election rules have been changed. Increasingly strict rules on registering candidates mean that many opposition figures are barred from even running. The opposition argues that voter is widespread. Freedom House downgraded Russia from partly free to not free in 2004. It's a ranking the country has consistently maintained ever since. Smith says Kremlin hope that Russians who still have faith in election will learn from election that even if you give people choice, Putin still win. The elections are very important for legitimacy of regime, but scandals around them and notion that things are wrong undermine this legitimacy, says Stanislav Andreichuk, co-chairman of Golos, an independent Russian voting watchdog organization owned by Kremlin. On September 8, the first day voting in Russia, Golos documented over 600 reports of voting irregularities, including vote buying, threats, violence, and preventing people from voting. Don't talk about war. Although invasion of Ukraine has dramatically reshaped Russia over the last 18 months, it was raw,